Saying goes, great mind like alive. And today we have some of the greatest minds gathered here. With this in mind, I warmly welcome everyone to the global conference on behalf of Janssen School of Business. It's a honor to introduce our esteemed resource person, Dr. V.G. Venkatesh, Professor of Supply Chain Management in Normandie Business School, France. We welcome you, sir. I also extend a warm welcome to our visionary director, Dr. A.G.V. Narayanan, whose leadership has been a guiding force for our institution. Welcome you, sir. A special welcome to our dedicated faculty members whose support and wisdom light our path to knowledge. And to my fellow friends, your enthusiasm and energy make this event truly special. I wish you all a day of insightful learning. Once again, welcome everyone.
Thank you, Mr. Anto. Now, I would like to invite Mr. Lakshman to deliver the introduction of our esteemed guest.
Good morning, everyone. It's my pleasure to welcome Dr. V.G. Venkatesh, a distinguished corporate trainer and the Professor of Supply Chain Management at Normandie Business School in France. Dr. Venkatesh is a global supply chain enthusiast with over 23 years of industry and academic experience spanning continents including Europe, Asia, and the Americas. He has been recognized globally for his impactful contributions, including being named in the University of Bath's list of influential scholars in responsible business and nominated for the AACSB's Impact Faculty Member Award. As an educator, he has designed leadership programs for some of the world's leading organizations and holds esteemed positions on editorial boards of top-ranked journals. We are privileged to have you with us today and looking forward to the insights you will share. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Lakshman, for setting the stage for today's event. Now, I welcome the director, Dr. A.G.V. Narayanan, to facilitate the gathering. Next, it is my pleasure to request Dr. V.G. Venkatesh, who is our resource person, to take over this session. We eagerly anticipate the valuable insights you will share with us.
Okay, so very good morning to everyone. Wonderful to be back in Janssen's School of Business. Thanks to Sir, thanks to Dr. Sri Devi as well, she was coordinating the class, and Dr. Narayanan also. It's wonderful to be back in Coimbatore because it's always my hometown. Okay. Um, in fact, I was talking to Sir, I could not plug the dates for JSP, but somehow we made it. Okay, so thanks to my commitment also. Okay. So today, I hope all of you are the first year. Okay. So I'm going to take you through some of the hidden aspects in the business. Okay. So everyone must be knowing it. Like whenever you are taking a business, you are looking at a business, you will be always looking at from the marketing or HR or finance perspective. Okay, so I'm going to take you through some of the hidden networks, how they make an impact on the business. Is it okay? So at the end of the, you can stop me at any time, and if you have any fundamental questions, any questions, you don't bother about how my other students will feel, kind of, even it is a silly question, no problem. I know you are the first year, a lot of things going on in your mind, like how to ask questions, or should I ask, கேட்டாதா சொல்லுவாங்களா அப்படின்லாம் உங்களுக்கு. But you should ask. That is what management education is all about. You should have the courage. You should be very open. You should be forthcoming. You should be all putting your ideas on a coherence manner. Okay, so definitely it's a great opportunity for you. Okay, so as my friend has introduced my profile, I just wanted to tell you my passion is into supply chain. So I worked in global supply chain for many years. You must be knowing the brand called Disney stores, Disney Hotstar. So I worked with the Disney stores for many years, not in India. We have worked in I worked in Central American country called Honduras, then moved on to Hong Kong. So I was heading the global supply chain part. We called it at that time. We called it global logistics. So I was coordinating I was managing the business from the logistics side of the entire Disney stores. Okay. Before taking up the academics, I always passionate. I've been passionate about delivering lectures. So it is always good to interact with upcoming or the students with the great interest, and also especially with the Indian background. Okay, so the agenda for today is I'm going to give you a supply chain insights. Okay, what do you mean by supply chain? How does it work? And also I can tell you that what kind of opportunities it is available in front of you, especially people from India, they look at supply chain from a different perspective. So I wanted you to get that insights. By the time when you graduate from JSP, you should be able to look at supply chain as a potential area of option kind of thing. That is what the intention is. Okay, of course, people who are getting into other types of the business or other types of the roles, they also look at supply chain as a contributing area in terms of adding a value to the system. Okay, so that is what my intention is. So I'm going to talk. First, start with supply chain insights. Then I will take you through some of the global trends, and also how you should prepare for the future. So that is what the agenda. Okay, is it okay? Yes. Okay. Now my first question. Okay, so I know all of you are the first year and the second or third month of your business school life, and you are into the course called operations management right now, the term one, right? Term one, do you have operations management? No? Okay, so probably next semester. Okay. So I might just putting the question in front of you, how do you see the word called supply chain from your own understanding? From your own understanding, from your undergraduate experience, or somebody who has done the BBA or BCom, you must be knowing the word called supply chain, correct? But I just want you to like tell from a colloquial way, not an academic way. You got what I'm saying? What do you understand from like the word called supply chain? Supply chain, like I'm just asking. I'm not expecting you to answer it in the right format, but I'm just asking, what do you want? Because paper, like news media, everywhere people are talking about supply chain, especially you are all pandemic batch, right? So like during the pandemic, the supply chain, the world supply chain was really, really dominating, correct? So what do you mean by that? What is that all about? Any idea?
Connecting.
Connecting, fantastic, okay. Connecting of what?
Lifestyle.
Lifestyle. So what do you mean by lifestyle?
Day to day. Doing
Fantastic, okay. Day to day?
life.
It's okay, it's okay. Yeah. Day to day?
Life.
Day to day life. Okay. Is there any other?
Transportation of finished goods.
Transportation of finished goods, okay. Okay, fantastic, okay. Anything else?
Moving of goods internationally.
Moving of goods internationally. But one country to the another country. But Tamil Nadu like India country. I'm just asking.
So yeah, they connected with them.
What I'm asking is like suppose if I'm moving the goods within like our own territory, does it come under like? It's a part of that. Okay, fantastic. So we can call this as domestic as well as international. Fantastic. Okay, fantastic. Yeah.
Distribution of goods in the efficiency.
Fantastic, like no, that that's one of the like definition I can say that like distribution of the goods. Okay, so okay. Then anything else? I just want you to come up with certain key words one by one. Network of ChatGPT solely. Okay. Because I'm seeing an academic definition. That is why like I want you to tell me colloquially. Colloquially na like market நம்ம பேசும்போது like என்ன யூஸ் பண்ணுவோமோ அதுதான். People said like the distribution of goods. Somebody said like transportation of the goods. She said like transportation of the goods internationally. Anything else?
The word itself says supply chain, so I would go with it is a chain that talks about how raw material goes to the manufacturer and from that how it goes to the middleman or customer.
Fantastic. Like
So it is a chain like circle it goes.
So I will put it in a very or if I will the slide changer pointer. Right? I'm just taking an example. Okay. If you want, suppose if you are looking at as a product, okay, you are an e-commerce service provider. That means like நீங்க ஒரு like கடையை வச்சு இந்த பாயிண்டர்லாம் அந்த மாதிரி ஸ்டேஷனரி ஐட்டம்ஸ் வந்து வாங்கி விற்கணும்னு நினைக்கிறீங்க. You are trying to buy and sell. Okay. So what do you do actually? One by one, not everyone. Yeah.
Getting from the wholesaler.
Getting from the wholesaler. Wholesaler எங்க இருந்து கிடைக்கும்?
Dealers.
One by one. Do it dealers, okay? So dealers எங்க இருந்து கிடைக்கும்? Manufacturers like எங்க இருந்து கிடைக்கும்? Raw materials
Process பண்ணி
You can tell that, no problem. தமிழ்ல சொல்லுங்க பரவாயில்லை. You can always learn English later, but try to like express your ideas in your own language. Yes. Raw materials. So you have to know that like where are you going to get the raw materials from? Correct? Yes. Are you with me on this? Yes. So it's not only a single raw material, correct? Like you are like sourcing the raw materials from like another raw material supplier. For example, garments வச்சிருக்கீங்க. Garments வாங்கும்போது garments manufacture திருப்பூர்லாம் garment manufacture பண்றாங்க. கரெக்ட்டா? Fabric வாங்குறாங்க. Fabric பண்றவங்க என்ன பண்ணுவாங்க? yarn fabric பண்றவங்க yarn வாங்குவாங்க இல்லையா? yarn வாங்குறவங்க என்ன பண்ணுவாங்க? What do they do? Cotton like cotton போட்டவங்க அவங்க என்ன பண்ணுவாங்க? Farmers என்ன பண்ணுவாங்க? Seeds. எந்த seed போட்டா like எந்த மாதிரி cotton கிடைக்கும் அப்படினு சொல்லிட்டு, ரைட்டா? So a guy who is sitting like இப்ப வந்து I am wearing a H&M brand shirt னு வெச்சுக்கோங்க. டாமி ஹில்ஃபிகர் ஒருத்தர் பண்ணிருக்காரு. ஓகே? ஒரு டாமி ஹில்ஃபிகர் brand shirt wear பண்ணிருக்காருன்னா அதோட brand manager இருந்தாங்கன்னா there is a supply chain manager or like a key account manager from Tommy Hilfiger அப்படின்னா he has to manage the entire chain. his job is to manage the entire chain right from the the cotton seed where I'm going to sow the seed and get the cotton and also get the my yarn and get the fabric and get the garmenting and how am I going to distribute to these different parts of the globe. So this is called as supply chain. Okay, it is classroom it is so easy. Okay, it's so easy to tell in the classroom, but it's so complex. Like life inside supply chain is, I'm not giving you the rosy picture, but life inside the government, sorry, the supply chain is so complex. Okay, so supply chain is, I'm coming to the definition now. Supply chain is all about connecting with all the stakeholders in the business to give the value to your business. That's it. Okay, simple, as a simple definition. You are, as a supply chain manager, you will be connecting into all the stakeholders in the business, even the finance people. You need to interact with them. You have to pay to the suppliers, and you have to you have to draw or you have to get the payments from your consumers or the customers. Correct? So you really need to understand who are all your stakeholders. I'm not telling the stakeholders now only the farmers, அல்லது yarn manufacturer, fabric mill அவங்க மட்டும் கிடையாது. They are the stakeholders. What I am defining is much beyond, much beyond the direct stakeholders. What I am telling is your banks can be the stakeholder, your customs can be the stakeholder, your marketing and sales could be the stakeholder, because you you produce the goods, but if they are unable to sell the goods, what will happen? The inventory is getting piled up, right? The inventory, you keep on producing the goods, but if it is getting unsold, or if it is not sold properly, what happens here is your capital is getting locked over there. You agree with that? So it is all your job, as a supply chain executive or supply chain manager. Your job is to coordinate with all the stakeholders, including raw material suppliers, manufacturers, distributors, and the logistics transportation service providers, to ensure that the goods are being transported, or goods are being sourced, or goods are being handled in the entire cycle with that customer expected to the customer's expectations. Okay, so that is what you should think about it. When I'm talking about a supply chain, means a supply chain involves multiple stakeholders. Great. So with that definition, we'll get on to that. Okay. Now, when you move, let's say example, if you're traveling from Karmatambati to Tirupur, okay, Palladam and Karmatambati to Tirupur, you see lot of factories, engineering factories, foundries, and a lot of garmenting units, SB apparels, and you have seen it, right? It is nearby, right? So lot of other facilities are there. Okay. Now I always tell the people, if you are going to be employed as a supply chain manager or an operations manager, your job is to not to sit in the cozy cabin and all over to go to laptop. They will give me a laptop, or they will give me an Apple phone, or they will give me MacBook Pro, and I will be working only on Excel sheets. If you have that dream, please shut it off, and it is all about the field job. Okay, like sales. I'm not saying that I'm not equaling to sales, but here what I mean to say is you have to get on to the ground level to understand how the products are being manufactured, how the products are being packed, how the products are getting distributed. You have to get on to the ground level. It is not the office job of 9 to 6. I'm openly saying this. Okay, 9 to 6, open the laptop, put the Excel sheets, and do that. No, it is all about coordination. You really need to talk to different stakeholders and make sure that your products are being handled efficiently in the system. Okay, so I always tell the people don't come with an idea that if I am a supply chain manager, I am going to interact with only manufacturing or like a transportation service provider or like some suppliers kind of thing. Never, never ever. So you really need to put your foot down to interact with all the possible stakeholders, including your finance people. Okay, so finance and always like I am going to ask another question. Which according to 2 months over, like you have finished 2 months here, right? So according to you, which function in the business is really, really important? Really, that's my see. Like professors might be having a different view, like but as an industry person, I am not an academic, so I will talk from a different perspective. Okay. Which function is driving the entire business? My question is simple.
Marketing.
Logistics are. Finance. HR. Anything else? Yeah. Profit is not a separate department, right? It is like operations. Operations now சொல்றீங்களாப்பா?
PM. Project manager.
Sales is the fulcrum of the business. Sales is no demand is no you have to have a demand for the particular product, right? So sales is the one who creates the demand, right? Simple. Okay. Supply chain operations and all come later. Finance is just a supporting function. Okay, I can tell you, finance is important one, but finance is always a supporting function. Okay, sales is the fulcrum of the business. Always remember, without sales, nothing moves. Without customer, nothing moves. Right? Customer is the product design correct? So sales is the fulcrum of the business. That fundamental idea you should be having. Sales how does it work? The business work. There are two types of strands here. One is I create the product, I design the product, I manufacture it, I push that product into the market. For example, iPhone 16 Pro Max or iPhone 16, which is going to be launched in September 9th. Okay. Apple new phone. So what do? They design the product, they manufacture it, they push that product into the market. The other way around is, okay. Please explain. That's one way, right? One strand is you design the product, you push that product into the market through advertisements and other things, right? The other way around is knowing the demand and create the product according to the customer markets, right? Are you with me on this?
Yes, sir.
So what customer wants, then you go to the a market, do some kind of preliminary research, and create the product, or you come back and give a shape to the customer expectations and design the product and send it to customers. Correct? Technically, these two are driving the supply chains. Okay. One is I have my own design team. I have my own capability in creating the products. I push that product into the market. Second thing is I pull the demand from the market. Then I satisfy, I fulfill the customer needs kind of thing. So in the fundamental principle, you should be having it in your mind. Okay. For example, Apple phone ஒன்னு இருக்கும், அடுத்தது plus shirt. Customer tailors க்கு போறீங்க, tailor போறாங்க. என்ன சொல்றாரு tailor, they will take the measurement and he will stitch the garment and he will give it to you. That's also supply chain. So everything is in supply chain in this world. Even education institute. There is a lot of supply chain learnings from the way education institute is operating right now. Okay, so we need students. Okay, so what we do, like we do do some kind of campaigning, what JSB is offering kind of thing. So you got attracted to the JSB's the environment and everything. So you wrote the TANCET exam, whatever may be. So then you got enrolled it. So when you came here, the 2-year program is transforming your character and your intellectual level into the next level. Then we give it to give you as a product to the industry. Simple, right? This is also completely a supply chain. So you have to think there are two ways of looking at it. One, I design my own product, I push it. Second, what customer wants, I give a shape to it. There is a technical word for it. The supply chain faculty will be able to give that. I leave it to you. I don't want to give you at this stage too many jargons. Okay. Okay. Sir, you are telling operations, you are telling supply chain management. Or they say, no means you have to tell me that. Always in MBA classrooms, when you are talking or when you are expressing your ideas, you should be with the rational. You should be giving some rational to your arguments. Okay? So you cannot be just yes or no. Why yes, why no.
Operations can be internal.
Right. Okay. Operations is always internal. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to define. I'm aligning with her. She's 100% right. I will put the right definition to you. Okay. Because you are entering into operations management course next semester. I'll just give you the preview. JSP has different departments. Admissions is one department. Programs is one department. Then your placements is one department. So as I said just now, all these departments are linked through a process called supply chain. Okay? And internally, all these departments, they have their own processes. Admissions now, how should we conduct the admissions? There are rules and regulations, correct? There is a rule, there is a procedure for everything, right? So like that, in supply chain also, you have a sourcing, how to source the product, right? How to manufacture the product, how to distribute the product, how to store the product, how to distribute the product, how to transport the product, right? These are all different verticals within the supply chain, correct? Agreed? Now, each one can be considered as a separate vertical, separate department. Sourcing is a separate department. Manufacturing is a separate department. Agreed? Each function is having its own identity, right? And each function has got its own procedure, processes. Okay, that processes we call it as operations. Okay, every department has its own procedures. Operations is predominantly into setting up or designing the processes and executing the processes. Okay, supply chain is more of an external, where I need to connect the different departments. Operations means I'm focusing on what is happening inside admissions, what is happening inside the programs department, what is happening inside the placements operations kind of. Are you with me on this? But as a supply chain, as sir, director sir, his job is how many students have enrolled into the program, how many of them got reasonably good placements kind of thing. Are you with me on this? Yes. So I am worried about how I am transforming the raw materials into the finished goods, and also how am I fulfilling the customer needs. So supply chain manager's job is to take a macro view, we call it as. Okay, and he controls the entire operations as well. Are you with me on this? Yes. So supply chain is all about connecting the different departments or managing the different departments within the business, and also controlling the or designing the or executing the operations within the departments. Are you clear? Yes. Operations is all about processes. operations. Any department, even government departments. 4 years of registrar office, you are doing some registration work. Okay, so there is a lot of how you enter into the office itself. There is a process. What is the first you meet the sub registrar, then you go to the put your Aadhaar card kind of thing. So there is a process. Process 1, process 2, process 3 kind of thing. Okay. So my take is my take is supply chain management and operations are interlinked. Okay. Operations is basically, she has put a right word called internal view. It's a more of internal view, and supply chain management is more of external view. Okay. And supply chain management is more of connecting the dots between or across the different departments, ensuring that the businesses are running smoothly. Yeah. This fundamental understanding you should be having it. Tomorrow, somebody will ask you in the placement also. Supply. What? How do you define supply chain management? How do you define operations management? Okay. If you see this, sir, supply chain are not new to me. Okay. What I know is before coming to MBA school is sales and marketing career is the best career. I will get the job somehow. Okay. Now I want to grow within that vertical and I want to achieve that CEO position or DGM position or general manager position. There are many people Johnson School also produced and they have achieved it. I know that. Okay. Now the trend is getting reversed. People who are coming from the operations or supply chain background only, they are eligible. I would put it. I may be very rude, they are eligible, but they are preferred to be the leadership positions. The leadership positions. Okay. Suppose your name is Bharadwaj. Bharadwaj is doing operations and supply chain specialization next year. Analytics or operations and supply chain next year. Okay. And he is aspiring that another 5 years or 8 years I should be the leader in the organization. That's what he's more aspirational guy, so he wanted to get into that kind of leadership. Now, sir, sales guy, one side sales, one side operations. Okay. So somebody like Anto, right? Anto is there, Anto is from sales. I'm not putting you down, okay? I'm just putting the industry trend right now. Okay, Anto is from sales background, and Bharadwaj is from supply chain background, operations background. Okay. Now both of them are working for a company called Unilever. Okay. And both of them joined as a management trainee, and both of them are growing in their own way. At one point of time, general manager position is there. General manager means managing everything, right? So Anto is also filing his candidature after 5 years for the general manager or DGM position. Okay, and Bharadwaj is also filing his candidature for the DGM position. Both of them, they are friends, very close friends. They are products of JSP. Now, as a manager, as makes leadership, panel, to whom I will select. That's a challenge in front of me, right? Nowadays, what organizations are doing is, I will prefer Bharadwaj. Why? Why? I will prefer as a leader, as a vice president of HUL, if both the candidates are coming to me, both the profiles are coming to me, my biasness is towards Bharadwaj. Why? My question is why? He has expertise in different field. I want the specific answers. Very, very specific.
So as like you said, the supply chain involves external issues like connecting the different departments. So someone that is required in a general manager role, so might involve connecting different departments. So that may
Fantastic. Okay. How about Anto? Anto also going to interact with the departments external and internal, right? There is something which is making Bharadwaj's profile unique. What is it?
Networking.
Networking is always the sales will be having a lot of networking, right? Sales is the guy, is the front face of the organization, so he will be having more network than Bharadwaj.
Sir, he knows how the product is manufactured.
There he is. There he is. He knows like how the product is like getting manufactured. He knows the complete in and out of the product. Whereas like Anto may not be having it. He only talks. He only talks and he only knows only the features, like the basic functional features. Are you with me on this? Yes. But smart sales managers, I'm telling you, all of you are very active on LinkedIn. That's what I was talking to sir also. Okay. I know like many requests have come to me, like MBA professionals. Okay. All of you like go and see some of the vice president sales people like a profile. Okay. Go and watch it in LinkedIn. Carefully you watch. Somewhere they might have started their career in manufacturing. Are you with me on this? If Anjo wants to be a very good sales guy within the Unilever, okay, he wants to achieve the position vice president sales within 10 years, okay, then he's smart. What he did is he spent most of his initial career in manufacturing, in understanding the product. Are you with me on this? Yes. Then like he understands that like okay, enough is enough. Now I need to get on to the customer end. So let me interact with the customers. So he switched on to sales department because he knows that he is always cut out for sales job. So he doesn't want to stay in manufacturing or supply chain back-end job. I wanted to get into the customer face kind of thing. So my take or my submission to you, like another 2 years in JSB, please think about, please understand your own strength, what you want in your life, or what you want to like, how do you want to set up your like a career roadmap kind of thing. Some people, if you ask me, like I'm not good in sales, I'm openly saying this, okay? I'm going. After 25 years of experience in the industry also, I'm not at all good in sales. I'm not an aggressive guy, but I'm so good at like back-end jobs. I can say that. I'm always like behind the screens. Always I want to be behind the screens. Okay? Some people they don't want to work on the behind the screen. They always want recognition. They always want like that a free job, traveling and everything, right? So what I suggest is if you want to take up a few sales and marketing job, okay, at least spend minimum of 2 years of career in understanding the product and where it is getting manufactured. Not only the futures, external futures, okay. Understand the nuances, we call it as nitty-gritties, how it is getting manufactured, what are the challenges in manufacturing, because once you are started interacting with the customers will bombard with you a lot of like technical questions. If you are so good in technical understanding of the product, then it will be very easy to convince the customer. Are you with me on this? Yes. Okay. Now, sir, I am from PSGR Krishnamal. I am from Hope's College. I have done like BBA. You are telling like product understanding, go to manufacturing, sitting on the floor. So am I like going to do an engineering job? There is no excuse there. If you want to be in management, you need to understand the product very well under some engineering principles also. Are you with me on this? Yes. So the business will not treat you separately. You are from PSGR Krishna Mall and JSB product, or somebody is from tech and JSB kind of. Business will not differentiate it. You are JSB product. Business will treat you as a JSB product only. So there is no excuse for you to like that means like if I come from BBA background, should I get into the engineering learning? Yes, you should learn. Sir, mathematics learn. Excuse it. What I mean to say is you are not expected to learn like mathematics in the complex way. What industry you want, just understand. Okay. Got my point what I'm saying? So spend some time in understanding the products, the product manufacturing, product nuances, then probably you will be a better manager. Now, having said that, like 2 years period, you are here. Okay, 2 years period. Again, I'm repeating it. If I'm receiving both the profiles, JSP, like one candidate is from JSP, another, suppose Bharadwaj is applying for like a DGM position. Okay, there's one more candidate who comes from like somewhere in like BIM or the Institute of Management. Okay, I'm just putting it. I'm not demeaning the institute, but I'm just putting it. But Bharadwaj, because of his exposure in JSB, and he has got like some additional certification. Are you with me on this? Some kind of additional certificate because he's really aspiring to be a supply chain professional. He wanted to do something for supply, something in supply chain, and he identified some like an additional certification because nobody knows about like what JSB's curriculum. Are you with me on this? Companies also don't bother about like who has taught you, what did you learn and everything, like how the classrooms, all 30 session syllabus and everything. That is not practically possible. Okay. So what I mean to say is, the JSP kind of environment or any B school kind of environment will give you a passport. That means like to travel to any new country, you need to have a passport. Passport is the basic document, correct? Okay. Just because of the passport, you cannot travel to any other country, correct? What do you want? You need a visa, correct? So that visa is the certification. Okay. Suppose I said like one guy like was got like who is coming from BIM and he is a very good student and he has got engineering background and everything. But what Bharadwaj's profile is like showing me is he has done an additional effort to project himself as a passionate like the supply chain like professional. Are you with me on this? So definitely, like I would like to interact with him more, understand his knowledge in supply chain than going for like a BIM candidate. Are you with me on this? So that is how like industry is looking. So industry doesn't bother about like where do you do your MBA. Openly, I'm saying this. As long as like you are having a passion for knowledge and you are showing some kind of additional knowledge through this kind of additional certifications, then that would be really good. So with this forum, like I'm making a request to director now. So those people who are into the like operations and supply chain area, we have a program in MIT, like it's an online program. We call it as MicroMasters program. So probably like those who are interested, like you can give them the support in terms of like getting that MicroMasters certifications. So the MicroMasters certifications is a really powerful in the industry. When you go and apply for Bosch or like LG or like any HUL or any other big company, people will look at, oh, like Bharadwaj, hey, did you do the MicroMasters? Oh, fantastic. Then you must be having a lot of fundamental concepts, right, kind of thing. So that impression, because we don't know who has taught your supply chain course, right? And it's not my job also to ask you like who has taught you kind of thing. Because every year faculty changes, right? Practically we have to talk, right? So MicroMasters gives some kind of basic recognition to me, saying that like okay, fine, like he understands the concept. Kind of thing. That is where like the industry people are running behind these certifications. Okay. Having said that, like all other people, like those people who are interested in finance as well, like there are some certifications available in the domain, like CFA. Okay, please do extra certifications. That extra certifications will pull your institute to the next level. Whether knowingly or unknowingly, you have like got the JSB tag. Now, okay. Maybe the peer pressure or it may be parental pressure. You are here, maybe I'm not sure. Okay, but lifelong JSB tag is with you. If JSB is doing very well, you are also going to do it. So how do you pull the brand up? Because of these certifications and everything. Are you with me on this? Yes. That is how we have to look at it. Okay. So my take is operations is leading right now, especially after the pandemic. So all the leadership positions are like being recruited or like selected from the operations background. Suppose if I am an operations guy, supply chain guy, so I will be taken into the general manager Am I making sense? Yeah. Okay, fantastic. You see how complex is it? This slide is very powerful for me. I give normally to any introductory classes. Closely you watch it. You have like a number of products. You have around 1,200 products. For example, if you are working for a company called GSK, it's a pharma company. Now it is converted to Helion, a company called Helion. So it has got around like 1,200 products. If you are a supply chain manager for a categories, example like what do you say, like a cancer drugs, okay? Under cancer drugs, you will be having number of products. Do you agree with that? Under cancer drugs, you will be having number of products. Okay? So you are the supply chain manager to maintain or like to manage that particular supply chain process, and also you have to fulfill the sales demand. That is what your job is. Sales guys will get the orders from different clients, different markets. Okay, they go and interact and they convert like that customer preferences into the concrete orders, and they pass the demand numbers to the supply chain. And the supply chain will do the rest of the job. That means they coordinate with the manufacturing and they do the packing and they will send it to the market. That is what this. But if you have 1,200 products and Bharadwaj alone is handling it, how complex it is going to be. This is how it works. It's not like a single product you are going to handle it. You are going to handle multiple products under a simple category or single category kind of thing. So probably you will be having multiple brands under the same category. You will be doing it. You will be managing the business. Are you with me on this? Simple category might be having number of brands under its category. Okay. So what is happening here is you have around 25 manufacturing facilities across different continents. Europe, I think Europe you have it. Then 4 manufacturing facilities. I'm just putting it for your understanding. Okay. So then 5 manufacturing facilities in North America. Now what is happening here is, suppose your office is located, corporate headquarters is located in Mumbai, okay, and your manufacturing facilities are located in 25 in Europe, 5 in Asia, and 4 in Americas kind of thing. Okay. Now it is not an excuse that sir, I don't know any rules about Europe. I don't know any rules about US kind of thing. So your job is to understand the rules and regulations of different markets as well. That makes you a lot of new learning. That gives you a lot of new learnings and gives you a lot of satisfaction. I'm telling you, those who have tasted it, you will enjoy it, because it will ask you to travel and interact with the different, people, different cross-cultural learning will be there. So you will definitely enjoy it. Okay. So what I mean to say is make sure that you, because you are the first year, make sure that you keep yourself open for new learning from the global trends. That means every day you should be watching spending some time on Google News or via news or first post videos, Kalki Sharma's videos. And if you spend some time in Insta, please get on to first post or via TV as well, or BBC business Bloomberg or something, to understand what is going on in different geographies. Very important. It doesn't matter if you want to be in supply chain or sales or finance kind of thing. You really need to understand what is going on at the global front. Okay. So especially from the supply chain manager's perspective, it doesn't matter if you are sitting in India, but you may be sourcing the product from Indonesia, and you will be delivering it in somewhere in Europe. Are you with me on this? So you should be knowing the export rules and regulations of Indonesia, the rules prevailing in Indonesia as well, duties, tariffs, customs rules and regulations in Indonesia as well. At the same time, import rules and regulations of Europe as well. Okay. So there is no excuse there. Again, I'm repeating it. There is no excuse. People will say that like, no, you are the supply chain manager or you are a supply chain executive. You should be knowing. Are you with me on this? So coming back to this customer markets, like say example, for example, say, sir, like I'm manufacturing it, fine, like I'm good in product understanding, as my friend said, like no product understanding and everything. At the same time, like no, you should be like not to compete with Anto, but still like no, you should be knowing the like what customer wants. Okay. Nowadays, like what is happening here is I'm giving you like a very colloquial information, very colloquial information. You know the big brand called Reliance Trends, right? Trends is there. Okay. I'm just giving an example so that you can connect back with the international brands also. Okay. The Reliance Trends is having the suppliers from like Vietnam. Keep it like this, hypothetical way. They have suppliers from like Vietnam. Toys are getting manufactured in. Now what is happening in right now is, being a supply chain manager, sitting in like this Reliance Trends, you are supposed to like give all your data, please listen carefully, all your sales data, all your retail selling data, warehouse, inventory data, everything to the Vietnam based supplier. And taking the data from Reliance Trends, this Vietnam based supplier, what he does is he calculates the demand for the next quarter or demand for the next period on behalf of Reliance Trends, Vietnam based supplier sitting in Vietnam. He does the calculation for Reliance Trends in India. Are you able to relate it? Are you able to relate it what I'm talking about? This is how the brands work right now. So what do? Like they really do not have a big team in the corporate headquarters. They are shifting their responsibilities to like manufacturer side. That means supplier side. I have a slide, I can show you that, but still like I just want to give you this information because it is connecting. Okay. So what is happening here is, if you are a manufacturer, suppose if you are a manufacturer based out of India, then like you will be getting a lot of responsibilities. You will be getting a lot of responsibilities in terms of demand calculations on behalf of your retailers, and you will be giving the demand figure. Sir, I have received like Walmart is selling this much per quarter. Like I am going to produce this much, like example 1,000 pieces for next quarter. So you are going to propose the new demand to the Walmart or new demand to the Reliance Trends, and you are going to like propose the next quarterly sales figure as well. So this is what it is happening right now in the industry. Are you able to understand what I'm talking about? So there is no like Bharadwaj will not have its own demand department, and he is the demand manager, but he will not do any forecast. Rather than he will depend on his suppliers to do all the like demand calculation. This is what is happening right now. So for that, you really need to understand how your customer markets operate. Are you with me on this? Yes. If you're sitting in here, like now, if you are doing the like a market survey or a market like understanding of like US, that is not possible, correct? Sitting in here and you are doing the demand calculations for US market, you cannot do the justice. So what you have to do is you have to have a satellite office or you have to have some representative in US market, and he will do like some liaising to give you the feedback. What should be the customer? What is the customer preference? How they are like expecting? What kind of what do you say like expectations they are having, and what is the changing their preferences and everything. Okay, so that is what like we look for the customer markets. Okay, the customer market understanding is very important. Okay, on other side we have like say example, like, so it's a very interesting point. Many B schools in India, even the IIMs, like they don't touch these topics. Okay? For example, your job is not going to end just to manufacture and ensure that you are getting the products on time kind of thing. You have to ensure that how those products are getting packed also. Are you with me on this? For example, if you are focusing on too much on manufacturing and too much on quality, but if the products are not getting packed in the right manner and your packaging is not appropriate, obviously the product quality is going to get affected. Do you agree with that? Yes. So you really need to understand as an operations student as well as sales student, as an MBA professional also, you really need to understand that the packing standards are the inbuilt ingredient for your entire supply chain. It's not about only sourcing, it's not about only manufacturing, it's all about how you are going to pack the goods and send to the customers end. For example, you are going to West Side, and you are sourcing a you are buying a blazer. Okay? Blazer. And do you know how the blazers are getting delivered in on the West Side? Huh? It's covered back, okay?
Itself is hanged inside
So you are seeing it is in hanging format, right?
Yes.
So how it is being delivered to the store then? Do you think the products are in hangers and they will get it to the cotton pad, then they will take it to the hanger one side and the garment on the other side, then they will assemble it and then they will hang it on your retail store? Never.
Actually, it should be from the supply it should be in packing, certain package, fully handled.
How it is getting transported? You are so it's still you are wearing a shirt and you can put it on the cotton box. Sorry, you can put it on the hanger, and with hanger you can put it on the cotton box, correct? You can do that. Yeah, you can do that. Who says no? You can do that, but that is not preferred by the buyers, correct? It's not that easy also, because so what we do is we have a separate type of containers. Hanging container. Tirupur guys must be knowing it, right? Anyone is from Tirupur here? You must be knowing it. Garment on hangers, we call it as. Long dresses. Nowadays, ladies are wearing long dresses kind of thing. Long dresses will not be like a folder. Rather, it will be it's on the hanging format. And how it is being transported, it is on the hanging format itself. Like the containers have the provision. We call it a special type of containers. My understanding is you should be knowing how exactly I am going to pack the product so that I will not disturb the quality of the product when it is getting delivered at the customer's end. Are you able to understand what I am talking about? Yes. This is a very important one. Many of the B schools, many of the schools, they don't, their attention is more on manufacturing side, sourcing side, but they don't focus on this element. I am openly saying this. Okay? So here is the one which is very important for you to understand. Packaging rules, regulations are very important. The other aspect is there are a lot of uncertainties. We call it as VUCA, VUCA, VUCA world nowadays. You can write it down. Okay? Volatility, uncertainty, complexity, and ambiguity. Volatility. VUCA world, we call it as. Okay? Lot of volatility. For example, volatility means today the customer will give you the order for 10,000 pieces, and 1 week later he comes back to you saying that I don't need 10,000 pieces, I need only 6,500 pieces. Are you with me on this? He gives the reason also, saying that no, my demand is getting affected. So some disturbance is there in the market. So I am reducing my quantity. It can be the other end also. 10,000 pieces can be increased to 30,000 pieces, 40,000 pieces kind of thing. So now the industry is moving to lot of this kind of uncertainty situations. That was volatility, uncertainty. Uncertainty is nothing but a lot of incidences, say example, we call it as in French, we call it as force majeure. Okay, that means we call them unpredicted situations, rain, okay, roadblocks, okay, processions, all this strikes, civil commotions, all this will happen immediately, suddenly, right? It's called as uncertainty. Complexity means a lot of complexities involved in terms of regulations, rules, approvals, bureaucratic approvals, and everything. So that's what complex. Ambiguity means whether it is this way or that way. Always confusion in the business. Okay. So VUCA world. We are living in the VUCA world. Whether I have to go this way or that way. Whether I have to put all the orders in one basket or I have to split all the orders into the multiple orders kind of thing. So all this any decision, there is a lot of ambiguity. Okay. There is in my boss and myself, I also inculcate that character from him. There is nothing called wrong in the business. You got what I'm saying? There is nothing called wrong in the business. Everything can be justified in the business. Everything can be justified in the business. Again, I'm repeating it. So you should not think that if you make some silly mistake or if you are making some kind of wrong decisions, don't get disheartened by it. I know I can go back to my days in when I took over as a logistics head in APAC position. The first order which we managed is with loss, $60,000. If that condition would have been there in India, I would have been asked to leave the job immediately. Okay, that was not my mistake also. Okay, so then I explained to my board saying that why this 60,000 loss. I did a root cause analysis and I made them to understand this loss is not due to the Disney stores, it is due to something else. You got what I'm saying? But loss is loss, 60,000. But next time, we should avoid that. Are you with me on this?
Yes, sir.
So that is how we work in the business. So there is nothing called wrong or wrong practice in the industry. Everything can be justified in the business as long as you have someone who is able to understand your logic or your arguments. Okay, who covered you learned it? Okay, now. So demand volatility, I have put it then logistics disruption. Now logistics disruptions also a lot of global disruptions are happening. Some months back, you see that there is a lot of noise about Suez Canal, right? Anyone knows?
Ship was stuck in between the Suez Canal.
Okay.
So that many small boats.
Okay, that happened 2.5 years ago. I'm asking about 6 months. Still it is going. Anyone? Sir? Yes, sir, the question get These are all things you should know. Why your products are getting, import products are getting expensive. Good answer. To protect the domestic producers, we are giving a more. Good answer, but there are some products which you need to import it, right? You don't have a domestic producer also. So why those products are getting expensive? Tariffs are there, I'm thinking.
Some products are what it can be get only from them.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so again tariffs, duties, tariffs are different, duties are different. So better write it and go and explore. Okay, yeah. Can you? Tax, yeah, tariffs. Can anyone? My friend from a back end, back law said he was talking about riots. Yes, you are. Transportation, you said, right? Because Suez Canal, because nowadays what is happening, it is a lot of war is happening in near the Red Sea. Okay? Yemen war is happening, Houthi war is happening, right? So because like a lot of people are like creating trouble in like a smooth passage of the ships in the Red Sea. So the ships are getting diverted to the like an African Cape of Good Hope. So it naturally increases the like lead time of the transit time of the like the ship. Then also like your cost of transportation. Are you with me on this? So the cost of transportation plays a critical role in your product cost. Normally it is 8 to 10 percentage. Like any product, on average, the research says that it is around 8 to 10 percentage is the like both inbound logistics cost as well as because you are paying for like materials to come inside your organization. That means raw materials, right? You're going to spend money for bringing the raw materials inside your factory. At the same time, you are spending money to like send your finished goods out of your factory, correct? So inbound logistics cost as well as outbound logistics cost put together and an average, the universal research says that 8 to 10 percentage. Okay. So like these kind of activities which unwarranted like happenings in the business, so it will make you to spend extra money, extra time kind of thing, so it will create a lot of trouble to you. So but you need to understand, if you don't understand it like what is happening on the global front, then you will be under problem. Then people will say, give you the bill, sir, like you have to pay me $10,000, then you will be asking why I should pay, correct or not? So if you have a good understanding about like what is on the global front, what is happening on the then okay, it makes sense. Like if I pay like 10,000, even I'm ready to spend $12,000, I have to ensure that the goods are on time to me, kind of. Okay, so that is how like your understanding should be. Okay, global understanding should be. Okay. Okay, so like you have the last one. I can tell the regulatory changes. Okay, budget popping law. Do you have the like? How many of you watch TV regularly without serial, like or like anything, movies, news? News like are popping. Are popping like? I started watching. Exam ka like assignment kudrupa. They might have given some assignment. I know. Correct? See, Anto is nodding his head. It is not like you should not do anything by force. It should come on your own. Okay. As I said, like தெரிஞ்சோ தெரியாமலோ, fortunately or unfortunately, knowingly, unknowingly, likingly or unknowingly, you have taken like MBA as your career. So if you want to sustain in MBA path, you should know about what is happening around you. Simple. Either it is state-wise law, state in Tamil Nadu-wise law, or like union government law, or global law kind of thing. So you should be knowing like all the rules and regulation at the tip of your like fingers. I'm not expecting you to like do it at the student stage, but later, 5 years down the line, the industry expects you to have it. Simple. நம்ம ஃபர்ஸ்ட் செமஸ்டர்ல ஒரு கோர்ஸ் இருக்குமே, லேப்னு ஒரு கோர்ஸ் இருக்குமே, லீகல் ஆஸ்பெக்ட்ஸ் ஆஃப் பிசினஸ் ஆர் பிசினஸ் லா. Do you have that? Second semester. Okay. That is the most hated subject of like an MBA people. I know. Because law படிப்பாங்க, நிறைய law வரும். You like rate the faculty also very low because like அது அவங்க தப்பு இல்ல, faculty தப்பு. But what I mean to say is like that law subject is the most important subject for you. Commercial law, absolutely, mercantile law, commercial law. That job, how many of you are engineers here? Engineers. Only 5 people. Remaining all are BBA. What? Then you must be knowing it, right? Law, you have the paper, right? And you must you have the paper, right? But you hate the subject, right? Yes. That's what I mean. Now you see, hate, yes. But going forward, my advice, see, undergraduate is different. Undergraduate is just for marks. undergraduate is just for like fun to me, and it is just to like make you to orient towards what is there in like life. That's it. Post graduation is completely different. You are like shaping your life. Okay. So if you want to excel or if you want to see a quick growth in you, excuse me. If you don't want to sit and listen, you can always leave, have fun in canteen, and have like bye-byes. Okay. I don't have any pressure. I don't have any pressure to make you to sit here. If you keep talking, it is echoing you. What I'm saying is most of, see, I'm from engineering background, like most of the engineers we hate like economics and law subject. Okay. In IIMs also it is most of the hated subject. In my school also it is most of the hated subjects. Until unless you have a grip on the rules and regulations, you will not be able to direct or you will not be able to make any decisions. Are you with me on this? It's very important. Law, from the deep sleep, if I wake you up, you should be able to tell that 18.1, 18.2, you should be able to tell. That is the kind of commitment you should be having in your own. It will not come overnight. But by the experience, you should be showing that a passion for the knowledge. Okay, this is very important. You will remember me. You will remember me long way. Okay. I'm just skipping a few slides. Okay. Sridevi madam, I'm going to talk something against her. Okay, so something is going on in the field now. There's a people called analytics. Okay. Analytics means people say that a lot of hype is there in the market. Because I'm saying it from the industry point of view, not from the academic point of view. Okay. My own sister, younger sister, she is the analytics head of a big company called Atkins in UK. Okay. I'm telling her her own experience, not my experience, her own experience. She got into IMB. She denied her IMB seat. She went to MS in UK. She wanted to do MS in UK. We were really forcing her to take up IMB seat kind of thing. She was not even agreeing to it. She was scolding me. She was shouting at me kind of thing. She had done very well. She was good in numbers. Okay. She took up that position. Now she is repenting that I should have taken IMB. Why? Any idea? I have put it in the context here. Why? Any idea? So much work அங்க கிடையாதுப்பா. அதான் பிரச்சனை. Isn't what I mean to say is it is all about fiddling with exploring the different tools and techniques. But that particular gentlewoman, she doesn't know what is the context. Are you getting on that? She doesn't have the domain experience. Okay. So analytics currently, what is happening here is a lot of hype is happening. Lot of hype. I can say that. This hype is will fade away in coming period. Tableau, BI, எல்லாமே இருக்கு. But Tableau is one of the tools. If data feed பண்ணாதான் அங்க வரும். In the data which data you are going to feed in, that also to be determined by you. Correct or not? The garbage in, garbage out. Correct? Correct or not? So you should be knowing what kind of data or what type of data or what type of decision I am going to make it. Correct? When will you get that? When you are the business, when you have strong business connections only, you will be able to understand or appreciate the data. Correct? So tools and techniques கத்து வச்சிட்டு என்ன பண்ண போறோம்? You are not going to sit with the tools and techniques, correct? So that is why I am telling you when you are on the right path. That means you are not doing MS in business analytics or MS in data engineering. So what I mean to Sridevi Madam kind of people, they will give you the tools and techniques. The other professors will give you the context. You start relating both of them to create the problem. Are you with me on this? How am I going to apply like a Power BI or Tableau or Python or whatever may be? Python coding, but what is the problem to be solved in Python should be given to you. Correct or not? So that comes from like business school knowledge, not from like a data knowledge, data engineering or analytics course. That is not the part of, you are not doing the business analytics course here, data engineering course here. You are doing MBA, that means business administration. So you should be getting a lot of domain knowledge to apply your domain knowledge to the data analytics tool to get some decisions or to get some options for decision making. That's it. So I always use this slide for the people. I am also from analytics background. But I always tell in the MBA classroom saying that your 50% comes from your data, 50% comes from your domain knowledge, your values, your appreciation about the particular purpose. I can say that. Are you with me on this? So it's not about 100% you take it from the data analytics domain kind of thing. So data analytics domain, I'm telling you again and again, people, if you want to get into that, I'm not stopping you. Okay, so sir, I want to get into that, I want to grow in that. You should be knowing one thing, you will be getting onto the monotonous conditions very soon. That is what my sister is saying. I'm doing only monotonous job. As he was telling, I don't have much to do. I have all the tools and techniques. My department will give. I have to create the charts. I have to create the dashboards. I have to create all this. This is what my job is. KPIs. I have to analyze. I have to create stories. That's it. I'm not getting excited about this. Are you with me on this? So you have to be very careful. A little bit careful with that. So don't get a sideline towards the domain. That's what I mean to say. If you want to those who are really good in numbers, I don't have anything to say on that, but make sure that you are learning a lot of domain knowledge. Domain knowledge is very important. Okay. Finance course first semester. Huh? Accounting, which financial statement analysis? Let's do one thing. Focus on the center block. So I'm going to read it out. Okay. First sales second one a direct materials third one the MRO spend So MRO spend means a maintenance, repair and overall, or maintenance, repair, office expenses. People call it in a different way. Maintenance, repair, overall is the right one. Okay. Maintenance, repair. Suppose the projector is there. Every 6 months I need to do the maintenance. Correct? In the manufacturing, every 3 months, they need to do the maintenance. They have shut down the operations. They need to do the maintenance. Repair. Some spare parts all replace so that cost also comes in. So MRO expenses. Okay. I'm just putting it. Then you have salaries, other stuff. Other stuff includes your bribe and everything. All this will come. I'm just putting it like this. Okay. Bribes also will be accounted. Hello. Pocket and the so it will be put on other name called miscellaneous expenses. Okay. Always. Those people who are running the business, you must be knowing it. I cannot take it from my pocket and give it as a bribe, right? If I'm giving around 1 lakh rupees as a bribe, where should I account it? I have to bring it to the accounting books, right? So miscellaneous, somehow I will account it. Okay, miscellaneous. Okay. So before tax, it's around 110. Then taxes is 40%, I guess. Yeah, 40%. The after tax profit is somewhere around 70. Now I am the CEO or I am the vice president of the company, so I am as usual Ando is from sales background and Bharadwaj is from supply chain background. Okay, so I am giving the task in front of them, and we are on the big meetings. Both of them are heading the departments, so I tell them, I give them the pressure, saying that Anto and Bharadwaj, I don't know what you people do. Next quarter, the after tax profit should be 75 million. Okay, then Anto comes to me saying that, sir, you don't worry, like I will try to do like marketing very well. So I will do like 54 million increase, then obviously like my bottom line will show like 75 million. Right? Okay. Now what he doesn't understand is it involves a lot of risk. Because he doesn't have any control on the business of the external market, correct? How the customers are going to react to that particular product, he doesn't have any control, right? Whereas Bharadwaj is coming to me saying that like, sir, you don't worry, Anto, you don't worry, because all of us are working towards like one single objective of increasing to like 75 million profit, correct? So Anto is telling us, sir, you don't worry, like I will try to reduce my maintenance expenses. 5% if I reduce it, I am seeing that there is a probability of getting a 75 million profit kind of thing. Is this the way to run the business? Or like Anto, I force Anto to run the business. Target on 54 million increase. Which one would be the prudent decision for in front of you? Bharadwaj, right? So the Bharadwaj one is supply chain is from supply chain department, isn't from operations department. So such is the powerful of operations. Are you able to understand what I'm talking about? I'm not demeaning the sales and marketing function, but it involves a lot of risk, a lot of time and everything. But whereas Bharadwaj's role is always like it's strong, but it is very what do you say efficient, like a very small contribution is very small, but like it is so efficient. Okay, so I always look for like some cost saving measures through this kind of activities. Okay, so this you will be learning a lot during your MBA courses how to do the cost savings. That is what your job is all about. Okay. Now my question to you, if with this background, my question to you tomorrow, if you are taking up a job, as a key account manager, customer account manager, what would be your prime responsibilities? What would be your prime objective? Are you able to understand my question? The experience I was seeing there. You can think about what would be my prime objective. Suppose if I am taking up a Hindustan Unilever key account manager or key account executive job. Key account executive is nothing but one brand order one business or one category order business. They are taking care of one category of business, one what do you say a brands the performance. Okay. So what would be your prime objectives?
Reduce the cost.
Fantastic. The first one is cost. Okay. But cost is always the prime objective of the business, correct? Nice. Are you doing charity? No, right? So every time you need to add a value to your bottom line, correct? That means how much you are earning from that particular business. Correct? So cost is the prime. Okay, second one. What? Cost involves everything, right? The profits and everything. So I'm putting it together. Time. Think. For product, the product comes with manage product. You are managing that particular product line. So what would be your focus areas? That is what my question is. Sales. Okay, I will write it separately. Okay, sales. But sales is a bigger perspective, correct?
Inventories.
Inventory. Okay, inventory. Okay, I will put it as inventory. Okay. Focus areas. Transportation. Business manager. Think. Huh? Inventory. Inventory is nothing but your supply. Sales is nothing but demand, right? Assets are. They are what? What would be your prime objective? Or business run but wrong. What would be your prime objective? முக்கிய நோக்கம் என்னன்னு கேக்குறேன் நான். Profit is okay, but cost and profit is okay. Like that is the prime objective. That's okay. Apart from that, you have like a customer. Can we say fulfillment? Yeah. In other words, we call it as delivery. Okay. Come on. Anything else? R&D. Okay. R&D is. I will put it as technology and R&D. Yeah. Okay. I will put it here. Anything else? Innovation. Okay. R&D. Technology, innovation and R&D. Creativity. Creativity, innovation, எல்லாமே together. Duration. Shh. Let us give a chance to her. Duration means what do you mean? Time. Okay. Delivering to the number. From Casa Grande, like Felicia Kunai. 4 BHK, 4.5 crores. Probably 5.43 crores and Casa Grande, what do they do? Service, what do they do? Pre-service and post-service, what they do? They give a model apartment, they will take you to the model apartment and they will show you the model apartment, correct? And they will tell you that these are the bank loans kind of thing. They will try to tie up with the bank loans. You no need to come, sir. We will do everything for you, correct? You don't need to do the internal like what you say like a architect and everything. So we will bring the architect for you. So all this pre-service they will do it, right? Post-service.
Documentation.
Product model. Feedback.
Feedback. Okay.
So sampling.
Service level. I mean, service level. Service level. Pre-service no problem. We are buying an apartment. The apartment guy builder is giving a free service in terms of arranging the bank loans and also like he gives you like some leads in terms of like interior architect and everything. He is giving the loan contracts. Okay, connects. Okay. Post service after sale, after register பண்ணியாச்சு post service maintenance, then after sale service, what does it mean? Like maintenance alone? Is it a maintenance alone?
After sales service.
Is it maintenance alone?
The buyer wants to resell it, they will be taking.
That's a good answer. Like if the buyer wants to resell, they will take it up and they will facilitate like the new buyer to come and do that. Fantastic. வாடகைக்கு விடணும்னு நினைக்கிறீங்க, அபார்ட்மெண்ட் வாங்கிட்டீங்க, அது வாடகைக்கு விடணும்னு நினைக்கிறீங்க, உங்க கஸ்டமர் யாரும் கிடைக்க மாட்டீங்க, tenant you are not getting any tenants, so what you do is the Casa Grande themselves like they will arrange the tenant for you, correct? These are all like post service.
Sampling will come under this.
Huh?
Sampling will come under this.
Sampling in the sense
Product sampling.
you have to give the context. That's what I said there is nothing wrong, there is no word called wrong in the business. Okay, you have to give me the context.
When you are producing the product, for that we sample.
Okay, so she's telling about the sample. Sample comes with the pre-service normally. Sample it's kind of like a pre-service only, right? I want to understand the prototype. I want to understand how it functions. Before buying the particular machine, I would just want to understand what is the prototype, how does it function, kind of thing, right? Vending machine in college, so vending machine that's a prototype. They want to see that how it gets operational, kind of thing, right? Prototype. Okay. முக்கியமானது விட்டீங்களா? Think. Quality. Yeah. முக்கியமானது இல்லையா? முக்கியமானது, very முக்கியம். Then very important for any key account manager, please listen. Now no murmur talks, okay? Now I'm going to give you very important information. Enough. Suppose the customer is coming to you saying that, okay, I placed the order for 10,000 pieces last year, and this year I don't want to have this 10,000 pieces. I am going to give you only 750 pieces. Are you with me on this? 750 pieces எங்களுக்கு 10,000 pieces. Now, like my friend Bharadwaj says that, sir, my minimum order quantity to be manufactured is like 10,000 pieces. If you don't give that order, I will not take up the order. Are you with me on this? Now, if you want, if Bharadwaj is not taking up the order, what happens is I will go to some other supplier. If Bharadwaj is flexible, that means he says, sir, no problem. You give me the 750 pieces, but you give me little bit paisa more. Are you with me on this? Because I need to manage my cost, so like no, give me more upcharge kind of thing. So far you are paying $5, please give me $7 per product, so that I can manage my other losses. Because till now you are giving 10,000 pieces, now suddenly you reduce the quantity, so I have to manage some losses. So this kind of like flexibility you need to show in the business right now, especially after the pandemic. As I said, like demand volatility is there. If you say that I cannot accommodate that particular quantity, you will be out of the business. That is what the Tirupur is facing right now. Tirupur says like some buyers, they come with the quantity, very reduced quantity with the shortened lead time. That means like they want the product to be like delivered like this. If you say that like I will take another 1 month to produce for the 750 pieces, they will say like bye, I will go to the other supplier. Okay. So flexibility is also has become an integral part of your business. How flexible you are. You have to create the system. As a business manager, you need to think about how flexible I should be. To what extent I can go. For example, I will give another example so that you will be able to understand. Again, Bharadwaj is manufacturing 10,000 pieces. That 10,000 pieces are going to be delivered on, both of us have agreed on for the delivery for 30th September, this month end. 30th September, he has to deliver 10,000 pieces. Suddenly, on 5th, today is a Teacher's Day, on 5th, like he's coming, I am going to Bharadwaj saying that, hey Bharadwaj, we have agreed on 10,000 pieces. I don't want 10,000 pieces on 30th of September. I want 5,000 pieces on 15th of September to be delivered in New York. Immediately Bharadwaj should be able to accept my request, rather than he should not argue with me saying that, sir, you asked only for 30th September kind of thing. I will prepare only on 30th September, I will give you one, then they will say that bye, I need to make my order something. Are you with me on this? So, like this kind, I just gave an example so that you will be able to relate it. Okay, the flexibility in terms of like products delivery, flexibility in terms of product quality, flexibility in terms of capacity allocation is a very important one in the business right now. Right now, Tirupur is facing a lot of problems because of that. They say that I need minimum order quantity of this 10,000 pieces to be run dyeing factory or like knitting kind of thing. So they are facing the problem, who is going to give 10,000 pieces? They will say like 4,000 pieces only may order. If you want to do the business, do that. Otherwise I will give it to Bangladesh. That is what it is. Yeah. So I will add flexibility as a one important one. Yeah. Fantastic. Are we done? Cost, quality, delivery, flexibility, service. Yeah. Then one more service is there. One more S is there. Anything? Any guess on that? Business level. You have to think from the business level. Think. I gave you the hint.
Storage.
நம்மளுக்கு இந்தியன்ஸ்க்கு ரொம்ப தூரம். சொல்ல போற point what I'm going to tell right now, that point is very very far from Indian perspective, but you should be knowing it. Sustainability. Sustainability means what? Some people are smiling, some people are laughing. Tell me, like, what do you mean? What do you understand from sustainability? Sustainability is going to be the future. India is having lot of projects with respect to sustainability. So tell me, Bharadwaj, you started the discussion on sustainability. You define it.
We have to be on the same level. We should not go down.
We should not go down. Okay, that is economic level of sustainability. Okay, then.
Long term in the market.
Huh?
Maybe long term in the market.
That's what like he said.
How ethical the product is.
How ethical the product is. நம்ம திருப்பு வரலாம் கிடையாது. கரெக்ட்டா? 8 hours work பண்ணனும்னா 16 மணி நேரம் work பண்ண சொல்லுவோம். கரெக்ட்? நான் சொல்றேன். Internationally it is not accepted. Okay? But it is very far. That's why I said it's very far from, like, we try to exploit our labor force. Okay? So, like, social sustainability, that is what my PhD topic is. Social sustainability. Social sustainability is how I'm treating my workers, how I am providing, what kind of environment I am providing for my workers. All this will come into the picture. For example, in India, what happens here is like a paisa putruvom, bank la putruvom, sir. On bank record, like, it will be 12,000 rupees. It will be there. But at the on the day of like a credit, I will ask the worker to withdraw like 2,000 rupees and pay cash to the cashier. Are you with me on this? Eventually 10,000 rupees only I am paying to the worker. But on record it is, this is called as double bookkeeping. Okay. இதெல்லாம் ஆடிட்ல தெரிஞ்சுக்கணும். Social audit தெரிஞ்சுக்கணும். Okay. So this is very prominent in India. Not only in Tirupur, like now all in Delhi clusters are Panipat and all these clusters, like they are doing all this. Most of the SMEs they do that. Okay, so as she said, ethical aspect of the business is getting very very tough nowadays. Okay? If you want to run a business, you need to be really ethical, and India labor code is also getting very very rigid about it. Okay. Of course, earlier we used to bribe and everything. Nowadays, like even if you cheat the government system or if you surpass the government system, international people, international certification people will have their own way of finding it. I'm openly saying this. Okay, because I was also the part of the system, so I know it how Indian people. Because I never worked in India, but I know how Indian people surpass the system and they report differently. But finally they get caught by the system and all this will come. So ethical aspect of the business comes into the picture. Okay? So the third element in the sustainability is utilizing all resources. That is what environmental. So what happens here is I should not disturb the environment, between the carbon emissions and everything green, or it will be, for example, printout எடுக்கிறோம் printout la எடுக்கவே கூடாது. Actually ஒரு printout எடுத்தோம்னா என்ன ஆகும்? Instead of that you could have typed it in your tab or like a mobile. Simple. It's a waste management, right? If nowadays the people find it very easy to have the recycle. There is a new domain which is coming up. You can note it down. It's called a circular economy. Irrespective of supply chain background, it's called a new domain which is coming up. That's called a circular economy. So what does it mean? What does it mean? Any product which is going on waste will be recycled and it will be pushed into the market with the new value or a new product. Okay? That's called a circular economy. The value will be captured even for the waste material. It's not about only waste. I will use the waste to create the new product, to sell it to the new market, as a new business kind of thing. That will be entire new. For example, one of my friends waste, particular paper waste, yeah. Like what she does is like she will use that particular paper waste as a yarn to weave the your lampshades, laptop bags and everything. So in fabric we have like a warp and weft. Okay, in fabric like ஒரு warp அப்புறம் weft இருக்கும். Any fabric you can see that. Okay. So what she does is the warp she uses the cotton yarn, and the weft she uses the what do you say the waste material. Okay, so she finds it very useful for contributing to the society. That means she uses the waste material, she creates the new product, and she creates his own livelihood. Business is doing very well. She has a client in UK and France, Germany, all these places. So she makes huge money. Okay, sustainability leads to that also. Okay, so environmental sustainability we call it. Sustainability has three elements. One is called economic sustainability, where I want to stand, where I want to grow, kind of thing, as a business profit basically. Okay. Second is we call it as environmental. The third one is the social sustainability, which is nothing but how am I providing the right work environment to the people. So CQDF, S square and T. T is technology and innovation. Okay. So when you are working as irrespective of supply chain background, okay, irrespective of supply chain background, when you are working as a sales manager also, when you are working as a marketing guy also, when you are working as a key account manager for any, this is the principle. CQDF. So popularly the framework we call it as CQDF framework, cost, quality, delivery, flexibility. But nowadays S square is added, T is added. Do we have some time or if I keep talking I can talk. You have to stop. Are you seeing something here? Oh, sorry. Are you seeing something here? What does it mean? Is it only for watermelon? So it's only for saving the space? And what is it?
Attention for the experts.
Huh? Attention for the marketing, basically, correct? Okay. Now, hold on. Enough. So watermelon oval shaped irundhathu, square shaped ஆயிடுச்சு. Okay. So it is not only for saving the space, it is also for attention to the customers. Now, why I put this slide is in the industry, especially from the supply chain background, you will be involved. Earlier, what happens here is the designers. I'm talking about the designers or the product developers. They never ever try to involve the supply chain people. They design their own product and they say the manufacturing people, you have to manufacture it. That's it. Okay. Then manufacturers will give the feedback. No, this is not possible. There is always a conflict of interest. They say that they fight with the designers after the product has been conceptualized or the finalized. Nowadays, it is not happening like that. It is last 15 years, I can say that the trend has been changed completely. Okay, we have certain activities, such as for example, design for logistics. So certain products, it will be launched easy to move the cargo from one place to another location. For example, your podium is there. This podium is not detachable. Do you agree with that? It's not detachable. It doesn't have a bolt and everything, right? If it is a detachable one, what happens here is you can screw it out and it is easy to transfer from one room to the another room, correct? So what happens here is if I put specialized screw somewhere specialized screw or something like that, then also it is difficult for me to source the specialized screw, correct? So now what is happening in the industry is we design the, I'm just giving an example, we design the podium, and the podium should have like common screw which is widely available in the market. So that it is easy to disassemble as well as assemble wherever I want to move the podium to another place. So this particular exercise, I gave a simple example to you. This is called a design for logistics. Design for logistics. Okay. There are many things available. Design for logistics. Another example I can give you that cotton boxes. Certain buyers, they are very strict with their cotton box sizes because they are like a conveyor belt in the warehouses will accommodate that particular height only to read their barcode scanners and the stickers. Okay. So what happens here is suppose you have if the height is around 10 inches. Okay, and you have the products which can fill up to only 6 inches, remaining 4 inches is going waste. Do you agree with that? And the 4 inches in Amazon product the 4 inches product, the space will be filled in by airbags kind of thing. You must have seen it. Okay, that's an additional cost for me, correct? So instead of that, what I should do is I will allow the suppliers to design their own cotton box, to propose their own cotton box. Then I will align my cotton readers or the barcode readers or the scanners to read that resized cotton boxes, correct? So this particular exercise also comes under design for logistics. Okay? So design for logistics means has a meaning. Okay. Similarly, we have the concept called the design for manufacturer type. Design for manufacturer, easy going. I wanted to manufacture it very fast. For example, you go to Asian Paints. Asian Paints the paint or paint 20 liters. All of you understand Tamil, right? Yes, sir. Anybody is not coming from background? So go to Asian Paints and you are ordering particular shade, and the shopkeeper is giving you a shade card, and the shade card la shade இருக்கும். So one of the shades you are clicking, say example 121st shade, shade you are clicking it. எங்க அப்பா ஒரு 5 லிட்டர்ஸ் வாங்கிட்டு வர சொன்னார் அங்கிள் அப்படி சொல்லிட்டு நீங்க கொடுக்குறீங்க. கொடுத்த உடனே உங்களுக்கு அப்படியே தூக்கி கொடுத்துருவாங்களா? What do they do? They do the mixing, right? So this is big principle in supply chain. Why? How are they doing it? What is the big advantage? Have you ever thought about that? That's fine. That's a process. I'm talking about from the supply chain perspective. Tell me from supply chain perspective. Let him. One person. Yeah. Why? How? Let's hold it easy. How that my question?
Sir, இப்போ வந்து பெயிண்ட் வேணும்னா sir நான் வந்து ரெட் கலர் தான் வேணும்னா நிறைய லிட்டர்ஸ் வேணா ப்ரொடியூஸ் பண்ண முடியாது சார். இப்போ டயோட் some previous-னா அதாவது
what the everything will be on white sir. When I ask for color they will incentive so that there will be no production and waste management.
Yeah. So over collection வந்து நிறைய குவாண்டிட்டில கொண்டு வர முடியாது.
Fantastic. All 150 shades I cannot keep my inventory, right? So what I do is I will have the base color. And the base color only I will store it in my warehouse. So ஒவ்வொரு கலரையும் ஸ்டோர் பண்ணும்போது என்ன ஆகும்? Inventory cost, right? Inventory cost is a problem. Whether I will be able to sell that particular 131st shade or 132nd shade or 135th shade. Always it's a question mark, correct? Now what is happening here is I have the base color ready. Once the customer walks in, he triggers the order and based on his order I will mix the colors and I will deliver it. எனக்கும் பெரிய ரிஸ்க் ஒண்ணும் கிடையாது, but I have the enjoy. I can mix the base color. For example, if you go to Subway போயிருக்கீங்களா? என்னடா சொல்லுங்க. So you have all the components ready, right? Now you can relate it. All components ready, right? Bread மட்டும் இங்க மட்டும் தான் சார் போகும். அதெல்லாம் பார்க்க மாட்டோம். இதெல்லாம் பார்க்கணும். இதெல்லாம் சப்ளை செயினோட பேசிக் பிரின்சிபல்ஸ். ஐக்கியா யாராவது போயிருக்கீங்களா? பெங்களூர்ல ஐக்கியா போயிருக்கீங்களா? பெங்களூர் போனா ஐக்கியா போகும். So you can customize according to our wish, right? இந்த போடியத்துல எனக்கு வந்து இந்த இது வேண்டாம் அப்படிங்கும்போது இதை மட்டும் எடுத்துக்கலாம். So it's a customization. Basically, like these things are like very much useful for customization. So innovation means like bringing lot of customization into their supply chain. Are you with me on this? That's why we are dividing into like many areas: design for sustainability, design for manufacturability, design certain like innovations focus on only on logistics part. Certain innovations focus on product function. Certain innovations focus on sustainability, reusability kind of thing. So design for sustainability, design for logistics, design for manufacturability, the different terminologies are there. Okay. Fantastic. Sir, போதும் சார், எங்களுக்கு ஒரு ஃபண்டமெண்டல் ஐடியா கிடைச்சிருச்சு. சப்ளை செயின் எப்படி ஒர்க் ஆகும் என்னன்னு ஐடியா கிடைச்சிருச்சு. எங்களுக்கு நாட்டை விட்டு வெளியே போகும். Now like I want to go out of this country and I want to seek for international career. Yes, it is possible. I'm telling you like it doesn't matter. As I was beginning telling you like in the beginning saying that it doesn't matter like where you come from. It all depends on like how much knowledge you have. Okay. I know like one of the students from like SAB in Bangalore, she got into MERS Logistics as a global vice president. Okay, so like it is not like what do you say, like not possible or impossible game. So everything is possible in this world. Okay. So what I mean to say is like if you want to get onto the global routes, if you want to get into the job of like abroad kind of thing, focus on these three all markets first: US, Europe, and Japan markets. Okay. What is happening there? Understand their business. Understand their business cultures there. Okay. Sorry, preserve pandradhudella like internet. You have a better tool, like best tool in your hand right now. ChatGPT never occurred. Okay. So you have like better tools in your hand. Definitely you will be able to get a lot of information. Focus on that and the remaining like violet color one, like those are all buying countries. Buying countries aim potrukena. You should understand the cultural aspect of the business. Suppose if you are sitting here and as I said, if you are sourcing the product from Indonesia, you should know the cultural settings of like Indonesia. Correct? So this is what I have told. Okay. Future job. I'm asking you to focus on the other side. The future is going to be on Africa. Sir, ஆப்பிரிக்காவுக்கு எங்க வீட்டிலலாம் அனுப்ப மாட்டாங்க சார், எஸ்பெஷலி நல்லா பொண்ணுங்க சார் எப்படி அனுப்ப மாட்டாங்க சார் அப்படிங்கிறதெல்லாம் கிடையாது. எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சு அமிர்தா ஸ்கூல் ஆஃப் பிஸ்னஸ்ல ஒரு பொண்ணு லைக் a lady student, she finished her MBA finance and she was like working in World Bank in Africa. She's very close to me. Now also she's very close to me. She's from Europe. She's working, she worked for I think 3 or 4 years, then she came back. That is a different story. She got married and she wanted to come back. That's a different story. But she was enjoying that. In fact, I spoke to their parents, please allow her to travel, explore. And that 4 years, like exposure, like made her life completely. Okay. So the future, if you want to get her, sir, I want to move out of India, particular sir, I want to move out of India, I want to get more exposure in the broad field. Africa is one of the potential destination for you. Especially people who are looking for sales and supply chain career, that is the best. Supply chain, like again, like Africa gives you a lot of new learning. I have like many African students, they give lot of stories. Lot of stories, they give lot of insights from their experience in the classroom. What do? Container move ஆகுதாங்க. Container move ஆகும்போது என்ன பண்ணுவாங்கன்னா, they cannot open the seal. Okay, if they break the seal, it will be trapped actually. Okay, so what happens here is they will open the hinges, door hinges இருக்கும். எடுத்து டோர் ஹிஞ்சஸ் மட்டும் எடுத்து சீல உடைக்காம ஹிஞ்சஸ் மட்டும் எடுத்து 2 காட்டன் மட்டும் எடுத்துப்பாங்க, ஒரு காட்டன் மட்டும் எடுத்துப்பாங்க. போதும், எனக்கு போதும், அதை வச்சு ஐ வில் மேக் a business. திருப்பி போட்டு அந்த ஹிஞ்சஸை மாட்டி அவன் வாங்குறவன் அங்க பண்றவன் காலி. லைக் 1000 காட்டன்ஸ் வாங்க போறேன்னு சொல்லிட்டு பில் எல்லாம் போட்டிருப்பான், 999 காட்டன்ஸ். Got it? There are a lot of experience like this. People used to tell security, risk, and everything. But it's a fantastic market to work. Okay. So future is all about Africa. So please look at it. And also, last slide. Okay. And also, future is all about like a blockchain. Blockchain என்ன தெரியுமா? கேள்விப்பட்டிருக்கீங்களா blockchain? தெரிஞ்சவங்க சொல்லுங்க போ. blockchain கேள்விப்பட்டிருக்கீங்களாப்பா? Same thing as crypto. என்ன நடக்கும்? அது வந்து சார். Good, very good. So I'll put it very simple, okay? What is happening here is like இருந்த இடத்துலயே you feed in the data and the data will be reflected in like many stakeholders computers. Okay, earlier in the industry what happens here is like yaar feed பண்ணாங்களோ, whoever has fed into the data, fed the data into the system, they have the rights to like modify the data. Are you with me on this? Still I can see that like there will be like your Facebook லயோ அல்லது மத்ததுலயோ பார்க்கலாம், like editing history பார்க்கலாம், புரியுதா? But edit பண்ணதுக்கு அப்புறம் தான் பார்க்க முடியும். You don't have a control on like what was like previously posted, what you currently you don't have any control. But blockchain will not like allow you to do that. Blockchain will not allow you to edit the data. Once you fed the data means like it's fixed. Okay, even if you want to change the data, you need to get the permission from all the stakeholders. Then it will be recorded in the system, then you will be able to do that. Okay, but like ideally what happens here is that blockchain will not allow any change. Even if you want to make a change, then like you have to get the approvals. We call it as a token, right? Different tokens need to be given, then only you will get into the editable format. So blockchain is the old varaprasadam. Because like what happens in India kind of environment, people always tamper the data. Now with this blockchain environment, we can easily see that like who has tried to tamper the data or who has modified the data. With even if he has done the data like modification, who has given the permission, who has authorized the data like change, amendment, and everything. So it will be able to track it. When it has been done, who has given the permission, all this. So watch out for blockchain. Blockchain is also another part of your analytics domain. So a lot of like new happening. Industry is also expecting you to have a lot of understanding of blockchain. Okay, that is also very important. I'll stop here. I will keep talking. I have a minute because we have to go for other classes. 10:40 we started. Thank you for like hosting me here. Any questions? Any questions? Anything you want to ask? Like any questions? Anything? Silly questions are for all. Manasula irukadhu kettu. Go.
Thank you for commitment towards. Thank you for your commitment towards JSV, sir. And my question is that logistics and marketing, how well will it go?
Logistics and marketing is they always go hand in hand. I can say that. Okay, so once you know the logistics part, like the where the distribution part, like where how am I going to distribute it, so obviously you can fulfill the customer. For example, I'll give you some technical terms. In the industry, we use like in my industry, we use a technical term called availability promise. So what you do is marketing and sales guys, if they want to promise something to the customer, okay, so they will immediately go to the like inventory system. Okay. And the inventory system also will have like a transit goods. That means the goods are under transit. So it will cover everything. So marketing people will look out for not only warehouse inventory, excuse me, very important question she asked. Okay. So we not only look for like the warehouse inventory, we will look for inventory on pipeline. Got it? Inventory இப்போ வந்து கோயம்புத்தூர்ல இருந்து நியூயார்க் அனுப்புறீங்க. நியூயார்க் அனுப்புறதுக்கு 40 நாள் ஆகும். அந்த 40 நாள்ல வந்து inventory that is called as transit inventory, we call it as. Okay. That inventory also will be calculated as you are available to promise. So what we do is, as a sales guy or marketing guy, when we interact with the customers, how much, how many pieces of your, particular garment or soft toys can be like promised to me. So immediately Anto will go to the like he said ERP system, and he will see that like what is warehouse inventory, what is in transit inventory, இதெல்லாம் calculate பண்ணிட்டு then he will promise to me saying that sir this is only for. So marketing guys and marketing guys should know about the like a customs rules and regulations. Sales and marketing guys should know எவ்வளவு நாள் ஆகும், the clearance procedure and duties and free trade agreement and all this they should be knowing. So it's like go hand in hand. Of course they don't involve themselves in the clearance procedure, the supply chain job, Bharatwaj job. But like they should know about it, because in the block they should be able to explain to the customer, sir இதனால இந்த ப்ராப்ளம் ஆயிடுச்சு சார், கஸ்டமர்ஸ் பிடிச்சு வச்சிருக்காங்க அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்றதுக்கு அவங்களுக்கு. Otherwise what happens is they will seek the help from like a Bharatwaj, please come and explain to my customer. Got what I'm saying?
So apart from African continents, Africa, what are the other continents or countries which we can approach for logistics?
Okay. See, one thing I can tell you. Okay, if you are seeking for internships, okay, SIP போவீங்க இல்லையா, internship எல்லாம் போவீங்க இல்லையா. If you are seeking the internships, you can go abroad. Okay, go to Dubai or like go to like Vietnam, go to Thailand. These countries are affordable countries. But if you are so affordable, if you have good money, if you have having good background, then go to Europe. So நாங்க இதெல்லாம் எங்க சார் நீங்க எல்லாம் சொல்லிட்டு போறீங்க, எங்க சார் நான் கிடைக்கும் இதெல்லாம் அப்படின்னா, as you are like stepping into the corporate environment right now, so you started your activities on LinkedIn, be active on the LinkedIn. The LinkedIn will give you lot of leads actually, like in terms of like a management trainee, internship positions, எல்லாம் advertisement பண்ணிட்டே தான் இருப்பாங்க. So keep applying. If you are applying for 100 positions, at least 2 people will select you. And my experience is that. Okay, you don't look at sir ரெண்டு அப்ளை பண்ணிட்டு ஆடியோ ரெண்டுமே ரிப்ளை வரல, ஓ நாமே அப்ளை பண்ணல அப்படி சொல்லி ரிஜெக்ட் ஆகுங்க. Life outside is very difficult. Life outside JSP is very challenging, very competitive. Okay, so like you have to fight with like a lot of MBA graduates. Only one thing I remember, like I told you, right, the certifications and the additional knowledge only will help you. What they don't know, like what kind of input you have gotten from JSP, correct? Of course, you might have got very good inputs from your faculty, but they don't know like who has taught you your subject, correct? So like project yourself, be active on LinkedIn, not just by clicking there. You write down the problem. Say example, today something is going on in the industry, means that hot issues, like you comment by yourself or you share the information. Somebody has liked my post also, I've seen it. Okay, so somebody from JSBs also, they liked my post, I just saw it. Okay, so keep like looking for those kind of information, share it in your wall, so that will give you like a lot of visibility. So when I recruit you, when I get the application from you, I will try to look out who is this girl, like who has applied from media. Let me go through her profile, let me see her passion for knowledge kind of thing. So these kind of sharing, these kind of writings will help you to project yourself as a passionate industry person. Industry is like very important. Industry touch is very important in learning, especially business curriculum.
Thank you.
Any questions? Yes, sir.
Indian manufacturer, how can I get into the global market?
You global market, participate in like fairs. Simple. Participate in fairs, like talk to the people, like every embassy has its own trade commissioners, get in touch with them. Suppose Indian embassy in US is there, Indian trade service ஒரு சர்வீஸ் இருக்கு. IAS சொல்றாங்களா? IAS, IFS லாம் இல்ல, IPS லாம் இல்ல. அதுல வந்து ITS னு ஒரு சர்வீஸே இருக்கு. Indian trade service னு ஒரு சர்வீஸ் இருக்கு. So those people are like positioned in different embassies. Their job is to promote the businesses for Indians in that particular territory. For example, US embassy or ITS officer we call them as trade commissioners or trade attaché. Their job is to like help us. Okay, so for participate in like those kind of like interactions you will get. Anything else? I told you, right? It's a fair. It's a fair. It's a fair. Like future is like I'm not lot of tools like computer science only. Tools and technique Java வந்தது, இப்ப Java 4 script வந்தது, அதுக்கப்புறம் Java 4 plus வந்தது, Java 11 வந்தது, அப்படின்னு got what I'm saying? It keeps going all over. But like unless until you don't have a business context, like you cannot apply on that. As I said, my sister is facing this problem. It's monotonous. It will become very monotonous. You are not a data engineer. You are not reinventing the algorithm. You are not like doing the algorithmic engineering. That is different job altogether. Got what I'm saying? That's not the objective of your course. Okay, so you need to get a lot of applications knowledge here. So if you want to do analytics, you should have done like an MS in data analytics. Please ask the masters in data analytics. That is different domain altogether. Why do you want to come to MBA? MBA means like then you need to focus more on understanding the businesses, how I'm using those tools to like decode my problems, challenges. But like again, gives you a lot of challenges. A lot of tools and techniques keep coming. So which one to use it, which one not to use it, another every now and then you will get new tools. New like எல்லா டூல்ஸையும் நீங்க வாங்க முடியாது. You don't have an access for everything. The budget will be limited. It's expensive, very expensive. Anything else? Thank you for the opportunity. Okay?
Thank you, sir, for such an engaging and enlightening session. Your expertise has undoubtedly provided great guidance, and I trust that many students will gain valuable knowledge from your thoughts today. We are genuinely looking forward to having you join us again in the future as a resource person.
Thank you.
Finally, expressing gratitude without acknowledging it is like wrapping a gift and not giving it. To formally conclude, I would like to invite Mr. Bharatwaj to deliver the vote of thanks.
Good afternoon to one and all gathered here. On behalf of Janssen's School of Business, it is my privilege to extend a heartfelt vote of thanks to each and everyone for your active participation in this global conference. Your presence has truly elevated the significance of this event. A special thanks to our distinguished resource person, Dr. V.G. Venkatesh, Professor of Supply Chain Management, Normandie Business School, France. Your presence and wisdom are truly invaluable, sir, and we are deeply appreciative of your time and effort. I would also like to express our sincere appreciation to our esteemed director, Dr. A.G.V. Narayanan, whose guidance and vision have made this event possible. A heartfelt thanks to our dedicated faculty members, whose guidance and commitment have been pivotal in organizing this event. Finally, I thank each and every one of you for your active participation and engagement through this session. Together, we have made this Confluence not just event, but a milestone in our learning journey. Once again, thank you all.